Hello humans, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if it's your first time here. I'm Cookie of Yoga with Cookie, and today I'm going to give you a quick 10-minute beginner flow. So if you ever wanted to do yoga but you didn't want to seem like you didn't know what you were doing, or you want to familiarize yourself with some of the basic postures and sequences that we have in yoga, that's what we're gonna get into here. So we'll start here doing basics and foundations until you feel super comfortable with the practice, and then start leveling up your game. All right, so let's go ahead and jump right into the flow.
All right, y'all, let's get started in our tabletop position. That means on your hands and knees, all fours. You want to make sure that your knees are directly under your hips and your wrists are directly underneath your shoulders. Fingers are spread wide. And we're going to start with a few cat and cows here. So on your exhale, pull the belly in, chin towards chest. That's the cat. On your inhale, lift heart, head. Drop the belly, lift tailbone. That's your cow. So we are articulating through the spine here. Heart forward, head up when we are doing our cow. Your derriere in the air is good when you're doing your cow. And know that there's not one movement. You don't have to just go up and down. You can make circles through your cat-cow. You can do figure eights. You can go rocking forward and back. Again, whatever feels good. We're just lubricating the spine here and warming it up for our flow. It's a great posture to start with. Okay, now we're going to start workshopping our plank pose headed towards our vinyasa flow. That'll be a common thing you hear. So walk your hands a handprint forward and then lift the knees up off the ground. Now we don't want the hips to sink, the belly to sink. We don't want any of that. We want a nice, strong, and engaged core. So pull the belly in like there's a little fire underneath you, belly towards spine. And you want to think about doming the shoulders, so pushing away from the floor instead of hunching down, shrugging in the shoulders. Push against the earth to lift up in your plank posture. So before you lower down, a key here is to rotate your biceps forward towards the top of your mat in front of you. That way your elbows point straight back behind you and not off to the side like if you're doing an actual push-up. We're doing a chaturanga. So rise off the knees as you tuck your toes under, engage the core, lift up to that high plank. Biceps forward as you bend the elbows, lowering down like a board, all the way down, tops of the feet root, and you rise to your upward facing dog. All right, let's go over that a little bit more because you can do this on your knees down, same thing. Flatten all the way out to your belly, tops of the feet go down. And maybe you rise up to just a cobra. So shoulder blades squeeze together to lift the heart, lift the head. The legs are engaged, the glutes are engaged. All that lower half of you, the lower body, is engaged so that you can lift up your torso and your top half. Maybe your hands even hover by your side. Shoulder blades working here. Exhale, we will lower and release. Tuck the toes under. We roll over knees and toes to find our way to that wonderful downward facing dog, making your body into an A shape here. You can bend one knee and then the other, walking out your downward dog, twisting the hips a little bit, making any movements that you need to make here to get comfortable as you're working to get the heels towards the ground. So we're going to do some spinal waves here, warming up the spine. You're going to come forward to your plank on your inhale, bend the knees, push your hips back to your downward facing dog. Again, roll forward through the spine to plank, shoulders over wrists. Your knees can even touch the earth as you push the hips back to the heels, and then lift them up to downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward, articulating through the spine to plank. Exhale, bend the knees, arch the back like a little cow pose. Exhaling to downward facing dog. Making beautiful waves here, making more mobility in the shoulders, hips, and spine. And then inhale, you're gonna roll forward to plank. Get ready for our vinyasa flow. First part is plank, second part, chaturanga, that yogi push-up. Third part, you inhale, rise to cobra or upward dog. And then you exhale, roll over knees and toes, downward facing dog. Do that a few more times till you really feel like you got it. Inhale, roll forward to plank. Exhale, lower down chaturanga. Inhale, rise cobra or upward facing dog. Notice the difference between cobra and up dog. Cobra, your thighs, tops of the thighs are still on the ground. But on your upward dog, you lift the tops of the thighs off the earth, kneecaps off the earth. And then roll over toes, exhale, downward facing dog. Back to your plank. lower down chaturanga. Inhale up cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a moment here, breathing in and out, before lowering down to tabletop position. Back on all fours, hands and knees. Step the left leg back and bring the right hand to the back of your head, elbow like a wing out to the side. We're going to inhale, lift that elbow up towards the sky, twisting open to the right, and then taking that elbow to touch the opposite arm. Opening and closing the shoulders here, moving at your pace with your breath a few times. Inhale it up one more time, and this time extend the right arm all the way up before lowering that right hand back down to the mat. And then we bring the left leg in and switch sides. Extend the right leg, left hand to the back of the head, elbow like a wing out to the left. Open the shoulders, twisting the torso up, elbow up, and closing to the opposite arm. Opening, closing. Again, we open, we extend the arm up, and then exhale, bring the hand down, bring the right knee in, tabletop position. Take your hand to handprint forward, again preparing for your plank, your vinyasa flow, nice and strong, lifting up. On your exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale, rise cobra or upward facing dog, and then exhale to your downward dog. In your downward facing dog, we're going to lift the right leg up, three-legged dog. Lifting it up nice and high, opening the hip. We're going to bend this right knee so the heel is coming in towards the glutes. On your exhale, you'll extend that leg back up and then draw that right knee in towards your nose, stepping it between your hands for a low lunge. So make sure that foot, help it forward if it doesn't make it. Make sure that foot is all the way flat and rooted before you bring the back left knee down. Once it's down, we're going to inhale, sweep our arms up in a low lunge. Dropping the hips. Exhale, left hand down, right hand like we did before in tabletop to the back of the head. We're just going to open and close here again. Bringing that elbow up towards the sky, twisting open, extending right arm up. And as you extend that right arm up, sweep it behind you as you take the right knee to open to the right. So exhale, lowering the hips more, opening the hips. Inhale, bringing everything back up through center. And then curl that back left heel in towards your glutes, catching it with the hand. Pulling against the hand and then drawing it in closer to your glutes. Back and forth a few times, stretching out the quad. And do not slingshot that foot when you release. Release with control. Before you come back to your lunge, stepping your right leg back, plank, flowing through that vinyasa flow. Inhaling and exhaling, moving with your breath with each posture. Now the left leg lifts up, three-legged dog. Extending that left leg as high as it wants to go today. Opening the hip, let that knee bend, let the foot fall over to the right. You can even wave at me with those toes. We're going to extend that left leg back up high and then draw that knee to nose, stepping it all the way forward between your hands for a lunge. Make sure that foot is nice and grounded. Then bring the back right knee down. Inhale, sweep your arms up for your low lunge. And really drop into those hips, sink. Don't resist, get low. That's right, lower. That looks good. Good job. Inhale up. Exhale, bring the right hand down, left hand to the back of your head. Twist open. Exhale, close. Inhale, twist open. Exhale, close. Inhale, twist open, hold. Exhale, close. Inhale, twist open, lengthen that left arm up. And then slowly drop the hips as you let the left knee fall to the left. Inhale, the arm back up. Before curling that back right leg in towards your glutes, catching it with your left hand. Opening and closing here, drawing the foot further away and then closer a few times at your pace with your breath. Before slowly releasing, not to slingshot, nice and easy. Coming back through center in your lunge. Lifting the back right knee up, step it back, plank, flow through vinyasa, exhale chaturanga, inhale cobra or upward facing dog, exhale downward facing dog. Oh, good job. Y'all are amazing. Okay, so now you take one more breath in your downward facing dog before you lower those knees to the mat. Take the knees as wide as your mat. Let the big toes touch. And then take your hips to your heels. This is your child's pose, your resting pose that we are coming to. Extend your arms and torso forward. Bring your forehead down to the mat and relax and thank yourself for all of the hard work you just did today, leveling up your yoga practice.
Alright, so I hope you got some good information from that video. If you liked it, show that you liked it by hitting the like button, and also subscribe so that you do not miss out on the new content that I have coming your way so you can level up your yoga practice and also so you can just feel good in your body. If you have any comments, I love to hear people's thoughts, so make sure you also post your comments below so we can chat and get to know each other a little bit better. Alright, see you on the mat, humans.